What is going on, my dude?
Look at this. This is like, you didn't get the memo. It's hot out here in California, huh?
This is normal for me, bro.
Oh.
It's actually, it's cooler here today than it is back home for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Yeah, we were super excited, man. It's been an intense 48 hours getting here because we worked all day yesterday and then flew in late last night, but we're excited to be here.
Heck yeah, dude. Well, welcome. I mean, we brought a couple of trucks out here. We got some Archons going on.
I see that. It looks even better in person.
It's yeah, there's something about cat eyes. Like, they're just such a clean Chevy's best front end by far.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Tell me about that thing a little bit, because like I followed a little bit of the build, but I know that you've got a ton of time into it and a ton of work into it.
So honestly, with this truck, I really wanted it just to be super clean. My first truck was a cat eye Chevy. It was a 1500 HD, an 05, so it had the 6.0 gas engine in it, and I was always jealous. And it's like little details to me that the diesels got the split grill.
Yep.
So I was like dying to own one of these one day at some point in my life. I came across this one and it was in really good shape. I mean, the interior on this truck is almost brand new, especially for the age. And I knew I had to buy it. There was, you know, the standard 05, 06 Chevy paint job where everything gets kind of pelted on the front with rocks. The white paint back then was not good. So this thing needed some touch up, and I said, you know what, if we're gonna touch the front up, I'm just gonna do full paint.
Do the whole thing.
So the entire truck got painted. Obviously we switched over here. We're running the Boost Auto mirrors, leveled out. People, please level your mirrors if you're putting them in.
For God's sake,
please
it takes
level your
3
mirrors.
washers.
And
do it.
And while we're on the topic, Boost, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Can we like change the mold a little bit so they're level? Like, I don't think that's too much to ask that they should come out of the box level. I know for this year they weren't, and it was weird. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I didn't do much. I didn't want to do much. So the truck's leveled. Obviously, we're running the Archon wheels in. Hold on, you're seeing it in person now. Pink or red?
That is red.
All right.
And it is a. So I don't know if you can see this, but the metallic in this is insane.
We went a little wild. Took a little cue from my friend Lacey out there. And we decided we were gonna sparkle it up, which is why it looks a little pink in certain lights. But
it looks fantastic.
I think it was a cool little trick. And what I like about the Archon wheels, especially for being a cast wheel, it's kind of hard to have like accent details on a cast wheel. But having the removable ring that they have on here, it just makes it so much easier to give you that custom look. At like the cost difference between these and forged wheels, it's insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the fit and finish of every Archon wheel I've ever seen is almost, I mean, you can't tell the difference between a cast and a forged wheel when it comes to Archons. So
2012s.
2012s?
Yep.
Sweet. Fun to turn on a level truck.
Cat eyes have my heart. They always will. This thing slaps.
A little different in person again, right?
It is fantastic.
I feel like every one of my trucks, it's hard for pictures and videos. I mean, you guys deal with it all the time, even on a professional level. It's not easy to convey colors, size, whatever it may be. I mean, that's kind of why I like going to shows.
This is a great reference right here. Look at this.
There you go.
I'm 5'7", and I think I'm pretty well level with the top of the truck.
All right, so obviously this is the most detail I've ever put into a truck ever, and there's headaches that come along with that, but it definitely came together. I honestly don't even know where to start. I haven't gone like a walk around of this truck in a while, but let's just start at the front end. We got DB Customs grill. It's all backlit LED, so the whole Work For It logo is backlit. Obviously you can see it's 2 layers together there, so we have basically the transparent copper accent color that I went with. I wanted it just subtly, and we went big on the suspension and all that, but I wanted just little subtle accents to carry it from the suspension up. I don't like when you do too much color above like the wheelbase. Keep everything below the wheels with the crazy colors.
Sure.
Obviously bumpers, there's only one in my heart that is the best looking bumpers that would cause me to pull a perfectly good looking stock bumper off and put something on there. And that's obviously our friends over at Flog Bumpers. And then we did a custom matched grill down below here to match the DB Customs grill. And same thing, got the double layer with the accent colors going on there. I'm running C4 off-road pods in the front, as well as I think we got 32 rock lights underneath this thing.
Holy cow.
I always feel like the next one's gotta be better, the next one's gotta be better. So you can only put so many at some point, but we haven't hit the limit yet. Coming down here, so this is where it gets really cool. This is at the time was the only 12-inch, we'll call it. It's really at 14 now. Bulletproof coilover conversion. So if you guys are running IFS trucks, anything in the 2500 category and up, they're torsion lifts. or torsion bar suspension setups. I don't like that. They ride like crap. It's an antiquated technology.
Especially when they get big, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So on this truck, we converted it over to coilovers, and this truck, like, I'm not making this up, and I will let you drive it for this video, and you will see this thing rides like a dream. I mean, coilover the world at this point is what I say. Like, the coilover setup on this thing is awesome. I know they've done, don't quote me on this, 2 to 3 more since they built this one.
Okay.
It's not an option on their website, and it needs to be, because this is their premium suspension setup right here. Let's work our way back here. This is where I went a little bit crazy. There's a few different air ride setups you can go with, but this is, it's from Ultimate Air Ride. It's their, don't quote me on this, 9 to 14 inch lift. So the truck will drop down to what I'd consider about a 6-inch lift, and it'll raise up to where we kind of factor in like 18. It's pretty massive, but again, like, it's a true 4-link setup on airbags, and the ride quality is just, it's awesome. I have loved this setup. Coming back. Now this truck does get used, so we talk about rust. We do got some rust on the ball here.
Geez.
This is actually my dedicated tow pick for towing my excavator and stuff to work, because it's the only truck I trust that has the power and the braking abilities. So I actually tow my excavator to work with this thing. But obviously we got the Gen Y hitch, because, you know, a lot of weight, burliest, beefiest hitch out there. Now up underneath, you guys will kind of see we're running dual extreme air compressors. Fire was cool for a while. Check out Extreme Air. Their stuff is rad. They're quieter. They run better, and I have not had one of these go out on me, whereas Fires, I kind of consider them disposable for a couple of years. Running dual air tanks. Zach, which if you guys watch the channel, you know Zach. We'll probably show him in a minute.
Yep.
Basically custom built a whole plate to mount everything up underneath here. Super clean setup. Running the bank stiff cover. You guys probably all at this point know. We're actually the first ones to debut the all black. Tried to get them to call it the Dmaxryno edition. They went with the Black Ops, but we do, that was my design right there. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Really?
I was supposed to powder coat it and then like sand off all the fins and make it look like how they were gonna sell it, and I kind of didn't read that part of the memo.
Just left it black?
So I left it all black because I think it looks better. It doesn't look like all the diff covers.
I want you to know that I'm very, very happy for that, because I just put one of those on mine.
Did you?
The all black ones.
Nice.
Yeah, because I didn't want the machined fins.
That's awesome. Yeah, the machine fins to me was antiquated. I know everybody says it's for cooling, but trust me, Banks tests everything. They tested it like that after I did it, and I think you lose like maybe a degree or 2 by not having those cooling fins fully exposed. But yeah, I was kind of proud of that. Obviously rear bumpers flog again with the custom work for it. I don't know if you guys don't know, your channels, I'm used to like not being on other people's channels. I don't know. So obviously work for it, apparel, my clothing line, kind of like our whole thing was to promote pride in blue collar work and to restore pride in blue collar work. Because if you ever been to schools, they don't want you to be proud to be a blue collar worker. They don't want you to work blue collar at all. But ask the teacher how much they make, and go ask the plumber how much he makes.
Exactly.
Fuel wheels, fuel forged. They are the FF19s. And then we obviously went with the transparent copper, which is the color of all the suspension. Yeah. With the black barrels. Again, I didn't want to go too crazy with the color, so just using it sparingly here and there. So I forgot to mention on this truck, obviously all the lighting was done on here. I still have the third brake ladder. Probably should have put that on for this video. Supreme Retros out of Arizona. Knocked out these Recon taillights, custom painted for me, and he's actually doing the lights for the 450 that we're going to be doing pretty soon here, which, again, thank you to you guys for sourcing American Force wheels in the middle of the pandemic when they were like almost impossible to get. This man right here found me the wheels, so I'm very grateful for that.
We waited forever, but we got them.
Yeah, that was awesome. Interior wise, now I like to snack, and my trucks reflect that. So there's probably a bunch of snacks in this thing, but road wire custom interior, did all the seats, and then nothing too crazy. Like, I'm not a big sound system guy. I listen to talk radio when I drive. So,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't think he's a talk radio guy.
It passes the time a lot quicker than the same 4 songs on the radio.
Yeah, that's very true.
So yeah, I'm a big talk radio guy, so I don't need the big booming sound system, but
right on.
It's clean, you know. Obviously the amp steps. Yeah, this one was my baby. Well, this one got like a 4-minute bath right before you guys showed up.
You just like wipe it down quick or what?
Pretty much. So obviously this is by far my favorite truck, just because it's such out of the norm custom. It's not, I mean, some of the stuff's bolt on, some of it's not, but to take something this far, it's not something I've ever done, because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of time and it's a lot of money. So obviously we started with the 97 F-350, It's two-wheel drive. I know everybody freaks out about that, but
You're in California, dog. Well, it's fine.
this thing has never gotten stuck. And try to find like what you want. You kind of got to buy them as you see them.
Exactly.
So this started off as my work truck. Like I bought this because it was a cheap old work truck, and I was gonna beat it up, and I beat it up. There were dents in the roof. There was, throwing lumber up on it. And then one day I got a wild hair that I should repaint it because every time you wash the white paint, there's more paint on the rag than on the truck.
Sure.
And so I was gonna end up just doing a white paint job on it, and I figured, you know what, at this point, if I'm gonna do it, let's do it all the way. And then once our friends over at OBS Solutions, which I'd get all my stuff through CP Attic, came out with these adapter plates to be able to use the new GM tow mirrors, I was sold on the full paint job. Because obviously you can't do this. I mean, you could paint a door, but you have to weld in this plate. Kind of covers the wing window. Wing window still works, but you weld in that plate, mold all the body work to it, and then you get the beautiful GM tow mirrors leveled.
Leveled again.
But yeah, so we kind of took it to that step, and I wanted a more modern style paint job on the truck, being that we're using modern mirrors.
Yep.
So the base is kind of like a 2008 Charger. They had like this gray, cement gray base color, but I didn't want it to look flat. So we ended up doing a pearl flake over top of it, and in the right lighting, you'll see that there's pearl flake on all the edges. And then that way you get up close to the truck and you see that there's more dimension to it. And that's what we really wanted. If we're taking the time to paint the truck, let's throw that. It's not that much more money to throw a little flake on top. I think it'll look good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this truck is super, super basic. It's on a 6-inch Skyjacker lift kit, which on the diesel kind of sits at like 4.5, 5 inches.
Because it just compresses everything down.
Right.
Yep.
We're running, I wanted to go a little bit old school. So we're running the Mickey Thompson wheels on here, which kind of like the old school bullet hole style wheels. And then of course my favorite, the Toyota MTs. Yeah. But there's a lot of little details that we did. I mean, all the trim on the truck was blacked out. So you can see all, like, anything that was chrome, blacked out.
All the badges and
all the badging was blacked out. The grills were blacked out. Even just the emblems, I just had them lightly dust a little black over top of it, just to kind of give it that little bit of sinister look and just keep everything being a little custom. It's got a 6.4 bumper on it. It's off of the 2008, 2010 Super Duties. Yep. They just kind of brought it up to that next level. Still need to make some mesh and some grills for it, but we'll get that. I've got a few projects in line before that happens.
Plus the other projects that are still going on.
There's a lot of projects in there. Zach's like chomping at the bit right now. He's got a truck he's supposed to be working on right now. I'm like, you're not working on the shop. It's clean right now. Wait till these guys are gone.
For sure.
Nothing too crazy. Let me find a clean side of the truck to open so I can show you guys the center console. The truck's absolutely filthy, but my buddies over at Ronnie's Electronics built the custom center console for me. It's got one downfire DD audio 8-inch sub. All the speakers have been redone in the truck. And I was trying to bring things up to a little bit more modern and comfortable. I daily drive this truck every single day, so I wanted to have the Bluetooth. I still have the plastic on the center, or on the head unit there. I know somebody's gonna mention it. But it's got USB ports, it's got the sub built in, it's got cup holders, which is honestly all I cared about, because these trucks cup holders suck in the little flip down center console. So I got my 4 big cup holders, and I got a big deep bay to shove all my snacks in, and I'm a happy guy at that point. But really nothing on the interior is crazy. It's gonna get full carpet, because you can see this carpet has been thrashed. This was my work truck. The interior was brand new when I bought it, but it's gonna get full leather, full diamond stitch. I'm probably gonna end up matching the Denali at some point, and full carpet and all that. But for now, until she's no longer my ranch truck, but I mean, don't look in the back, there's like literally piles of hay in there. Like, this is a ranch truck. I try not to use my trucks, and I end up using the crap out of all of my trucks. But yeah, I wanted something clean, and I wanted a really clean. I should baby this more than I do. Like, this thing needs to be preserved. And once I get the big shop out at the ranch, this thing's gonna get preserved. But this is my pride and joy. I'm so in love with this truck. I've never seen somebody not drive that and smile, so I want you to smile.
All right, let's do it. Is it gonna start? We don't have to jump it again? All right, perfect.
You nervous?
No, I'm just excited because, again, this is one of those opportunities where you see it all the time, right? But you never actually anticipate it. So let's do it. Are we ready? We're ready to go?
Come on.
All right.
I like how I bring you to the shop with all my cool trucks. I'm like, bro, you gotta drive
my floor sweeper, bro.
Absolutely.
All right, key on.
So it's forward and reverse is that same pedal right there.
Okay, so it just locks like a, like a boat track. Where am I supposed to take this thing?
Bro, you just cruise wherever. Just absolutely cruise this thing.
This thing is fantastic,
right? Yeah, pretty quickly.
Look at that turn thing, right? I'm a little disappointed you didn't set this in the lineup. I think this is like the second that I'm not gonna finish scrubbing the rest of your floor because I already started this process. We're gonna be here, man. This is wild. Let's do it.
And the throttle is like 8
Pretty touchy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that. Bye-bye. I'm trying so hard not to hit this truck because I'm way not. Do you know what this is?
I think.
Hell yeah.
Let's
do it.
Let's do it.
So how big is this thing? Remind me again.
So it was a 12-inch, and then we had some turning issues, so we
Okay.
cranked it up to 14. So quite honestly, we should have put longer coilovers
Okay.
instead of just like cranking on the springs. So the ride, believe it or not, is a little bit rougher than it was when it was first done, and you're gonna see like these coilovers are game changers.
So for the record, for those of us that, or for those of you guys that are watching on our channel, this is effectively 4 inches at a minimum bigger than what our Super Duty is. Like this is big. This is, I think, the biggest truck I've ever driven.
Nice.
And like,
You can go left.
it's really not that bad. Like, yes, it's big, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not, I don't know, it's not that scary.
You get used to it. One of the things I always tell people when you're lifting your truck is if you think like, oh, I'm between 6 and 8 inches, go bigger, because you're gonna drive that 6-inch lift or even that 8-inch lift, and in like a month, that's gonna be normal to you.
Well, and you can always like, you know, you can always drop a lift back down too. So I had a buddy that was on a 6-inch Pro Comp on his LB7, and then he wanted to go with a smaller tire setup, so he dropped down to a, you know, he just pulled the rear lift block out and dropped the front down, and now he's at a 4.5.
Yeah.
You know. All right, sir. We've mobbed a street sweeper. We've driven a SEMA truck. We've shredded drift trikes and spun entirely too many times. I think that's it.
Hold on, we gotta know, what was your favorite?
Oh God, I don't know. All of it was so much fun, man. Like getting to come out here, hang out in California. This being my first time here. And
Hold
then,
on,
like,
what's your California experience? Because everybody says California's horrible.
dude, it's lit here. Cali's
Thank
awesome.
you.
This is super cool. The weather's like 73 degrees, partly cloudy. The people are actually really nice here. Like for the most part, people are awesome. This is great. I love it here.
Awesome.
I'll have to come back again.
Hey, we might have some big plans in the works.
That's true, actually. We're talking about a couple, 2-3 things that that might be pretty fun. So.
There you go. Well, if you were gonna say like the floor scrubber was your favorite, I wasn't gonna get upset. It's kind of my favorite.
Listen,
too.
the floor scrubber, it's awesome, dude. I love it.
Ryan behind the camera, you know, we gotta get you on that before you leave.
I'm gonna need one of those. All right, man. But seriously, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
It's great to meet you.
It's been a
man.
blast.
Oh, yeah.
To many more. We'll see you guys in SEMA.
We'll see you in a couple months.
Can't tell them though.